Hello, and welcome to episode 23 of Checkpoint Chat, the McFlurry cast.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I was craving McFlurry, so I bought McFlurries for breakfast because that's how adult we are.
Yeah, I started my morning by having 2 chocolate biscuits.
That's Matty Fig, by the way.
I was in a rush, and then I arrived and you're like, hey, you want a McFlurry? It's like, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. There's these new ones, though. They lime and chocolate.
Do you want to talk about our non-sponsor, McDonald's?
Non-sponsor lime McFlurries.
Kicking the episode off with a
They're
new
pretty good. They look
flavor.
like sunlight liquid in ice cream.
They actually do. No, that you
I mean,
say
it
that.
tastes fantastic. So.
It doesn't taste like sunlight, which is a good thing, but they're really actually
we wouldn't
really
want to
nice.
die, while recording this podcast.
We wouldn't want to have our insides cleaned with sunlight. Nice and foamy, but they are really good.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
I like ice cream.
I'm gonna crash later.
Yeah, and you had like chocolate biscuits for breakfast. So
I'm gonna nap.
You're doing super well.
Yeah, I'm gonna really hit a sugar high, and then like a toddler, you're gonna find me sleeping on your couch.
Do you hit the sugar highs and then just like crash?
No, I don't crash. I just feel tired. I'm like, And this often happens at work actually, where we'll have, at work sometimes we get cupcakes.
Yeah.
I think I've spoken about this before. We have a cupcake, and then, man, I really struggle that afternoon. I'm like, I just want to go home and sleep. I'm so tired now. But yeah,
you guys
I don't
always
know.
have sweets at your work.
Yeah, we do. We have croissants on Fridays. Yesterday was it Brazilian Independence Day?
Really?
So someone at the office made caipirinhas, so it was a good time. I'm sure many people aren't feeling so great this morning.
Caipirinhas and croissants.
Croissants in the morning, caipirinhas in the afternoon.
My goodness.
They're really good.
Listen, it's better for your body than your Red Square addiction.
Wow, what's wrong with Red Square?
Red Bull and vodka. We've spoken about this.
It's my heart racing. It's the only way.
Racing, yeah.
Yeah. What is your preferred drink?
Well, I went out for dinner last night and I had an old fashioned. It was pretty good.
An old fashioned
with some whiskey and some orange. It was
yum.
It's actually really, really good.
That's good. Where'd you go for dinner?
Hudson's in Parkhurst. We were meant to go to Saigon Sushi. That really good. I think it's a Vietnamese restaurant in Rosebank.
I've heard of it.
It's new-ish, yeah, but it's very good.
Saigon Sushi.
They make katsu curry. And
I had a colleague who celebrated his birthday there about 2 weeks ago. I'm sure it was there.
But yeah, they were booked, so we ended up Hudson's, which Hudson's is fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I had pizza there because their pizza is actually pretty good.
They do pizza at Hudson's?
Yeah, and it's friggin' good.
Is that new?
No,
Has it always been a
been there
thing?
for a while.
Why have I never eaten a pizza there? I always have a burger. Just because they're known
It's a
for
burger
their
place.
burgers.
You're just like, well, why am I going to order
Have you
something
met
else?
me? I'll eat pizza from anywhere.
Their margarita, their standard pizza is so good.
Speaking of pizza, do you know that I tried your olive and pineapple
And?
combination? Yeah, it's good.
Pretty good, right?
It's really
Salty and
good.
sweet.
It's really good. I enjoyed it, so might do it more in future.
Recommended.
Sure.
Matty
Goddamn.
approved.
Now I'm hungry.
I did
Whoa, the dog just marched right through the door. Well, hello.
2 dogs, actually.
What? Oh my gosh, 3
3,
4.
4. They're just multiplying.
That was hilarious.
I also went to Jamie's Italian during the week and had really good pizza there. I don't know. A lot of
Good?
people have said that they don't like it.
I think
They don't like the food there, but I thought it was good.
I have a feeling people overhype it for themselves. They go, "Whoa, it's Jamie Oliver's restaurant," and they go there and it's like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's true. That's
Hello.
true. I mean, I've only been there once now, so I don't know if they changed the menu since, but we just had it's expensive. Like, I think it's still a bit overpriced, but the pizza we had there was really good. So I was pretty happy.
Sorry, this is hilarious. These 3 dogs just marched in. Two of them just marched back out. Now
One
there's
is just chilling around,
one's like,
smelling stuff.
what's going on here?
Yeah.
I've been left.
And we'll go out as well.
know.
They just wanted to check if we were alive.
What?
No, man.
Will you get the door open? No,
Nailed it.
Wow, that is amazing. They're so well trained. Is
do
that
it all
like
the
a
time.
random drug test?
Oh, to see if they can open the door.
No. Like, does Maddie have drugs? Random spot drug test. Yeah, march in. No, he's good. He's
No,
clean.
he's good. He's clean. So
Get out.
We leave him for now, yeah?
That's so good.
Yeah, but this is episode 23 of Checkpoint Chat.
The McFlurry edition.
Neither of us have played Spider-Man. Just going to put that out there.
Get me copies of Spider-Man because I don't have one.
I have a copy. I just haven't played it yet.
I wanted to. Here's a quick story. So I arrived at Alessandro's place before he did, and his mom let me in. And then I was like, I'm here now. I know he's got Spider-Man somewhere. So I'm like, I'm going to rob him of Spider-Man. And I tell him this, and he's like, I've got Spider-Man in the car with me. So he thought ahead.
You got to keep your children close, man.
Keep your children close.
Can't take risks like that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah, none of us have played Spider-Man.
Yeah, we'll probably chat about it next week. But like, I didn't review it, so I didn't get it early. So I only got it yesterday, like everyone else. And I hope everyone's having a great time with it.
Oh man, it looks so good.
Yeah, the reviews were stellar. So yeah.
Well, that makes me happy because I think we spoke about this. I thought the game would be good. I didn't think it would like blow people away. I really thought it would get 7.5s and 8s.
I was expecting around 8s as well, but it's
what
in the
on
nines.
Metacritic it's like on 88,
Yeah,
87,
88,
88 and it's got a
around
lot
there.
of like 9s and 10s and 9.5. So damn, it's reviewing very well, which makes me happy because hey, Spider-Man's probably my favorite superhero, and it's weird because this game I know I'll want to play it, but I've kept my hype levels in check. I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll play it when it comes out and whatever. But now it's reviewed so well and everyone's loving it. I'm like, oh man, it's God of War all over again. I'm gonna sit and beat myself up over it, and I'm probably just gonna get it anyway.
But you still have to finish Horizon.
I know, and I've got Bloodborne after that, so I'm good.
Lord,
I'm good.
what a
I'm
game.
good for now.
But you have been playing a really cool game called
2 Point Hospital.
Dose Point Hospital.
Dose Point Hospital.
I watched you and your lovely fiance Lenska streaming it over the weekend.
Oh my gosh! I still
So
need
much
to.
fun.
I still need to tighten up that stream because man.
So what is your Twitch?
So I'm just hairy knees. So Twitch. I think it's twitch.tv
Twitch.tv,
/ hairy knees. Like exactly what you think it
fix your
is.
spelling errors in your bio.
You must point them out to me. I don't know where they are. Oh my gosh!
You misspelled Odyssey.
I
Like
did.
I'll
Oh,
never
man.
misspell Odyssey just because of Mario Odyssey.
That's
like,
one word I can never spell. Every time I try to spell it, I get it wrong.
Write a review on it. You'll
You'll
learn
get it
very
right.
quickly.
Yeah.
Very, very
So I
quickly.
need to. But yeah, I've started a stream. Still early days. I'm very casual, doing it just for fun. But yeah, we started streaming 2 Point Hospital, which for those of you who don't know, it's basically the spiritual successor to the classic hospital management theme hospital.
I actually quite like the name in that regard because like if you spell it out in like how it's said, like 2 Point Hospital, it's like version 2.0.
Yeah,
almost,
no,
like,
it is. It's
and
really clever.
It's made by the same people.
I think people
who
who
worked
worked
on
on
it,
Team
yeah.
Hospital. But yeah, this game was announced. I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe longer than
No,
that.
it was
I don't
less.
know. Was it less?
I was working at 24-bit games already, and I've
Oh,
only
and
been there for a year.
And only then was it announced.
And I remember when it was announced, people freaking out because people love Theme Hospital.
Well, let me tell you, Theme Hospital is one of those games where I've played. I don't know. I played it as a kid, and I've played it many times over since then. I've never finished it though,
Oh yeah?
because the game gets so hard.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But it's one of those games that I've just loved playing. And 2 Point Hospital comes along and it's a spiritual success. And you think, yeah, but they're never going to capture that same magic. Like, I don't know, Theme Hospital was special with its weird diseases and specialized rooms and like just great humor. I mean, if you read any of the diseases, I'm paraphrasing badly, but it's not the common cold. It was like the uncommon cold, the common cold.
Is in
whatever.
Uncommon Cold?
Yeah. So, but Theme Hospital had all these made up diseases, and just the way they're written up, really clever, funny stuff. You think 2 Point Hospital won't get that magic? Like, there's just no ways. It was one of those time
It was
and
a
place
period of
things.
time,
Yeah. But let me tell you, 2 Point Hospital somehow has that magic. It's so good. It's the modern day Theme Hospital, and it plays just like Theme Hospital did. What did you do? You're trying to
take the
get
cap
your
off
little.
yeah, there we go.
Oh man, there
just
we go.
broke
Now
it,
I
but
can
it's
get to
okay.
that bottom lime goodness, bottom sunlight goodness.
So it's got all these really cool diseases. That's something I didn't know existed in Theme Hospital because I've never played Theme Hospital. So I've really enjoyed watching you stream it and see like my favorite is the one you mentioned last week, the one with the light bulbs.
Yeah, it's a lightheadedness.
Yeah, so like everyone's head is a light bulb, and the cure is to unscrew the
Unscrew
light
the
bulb
head.
and screw back a 3D printed head.
Head, yeah.
Which seems barbaric but awesome at the same
But
time.
yeah, it fits with that game. So yeah, 2 Point Hospital. It is Theme Hospital the modern day version. But it doesn't. It's got optimizations and modern day love, which is really good and works with the game. But it hasn't lost that magic. So, I mean, even did you ever hear the PA announcer?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I'm sure that's the same voice actress. It's
yeah,
identical.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
It's like identical. Whenever she says something, I'm like, I'm taken straight back to my childhood. I'm like, oh man, Team Hospital. So yeah, they've done really well. And I don't know, for people who've never played Team Hospital, I think it's a great game to pick up, and maybe you'll experience that time and place thing today.
So at its core, it is a management.
It's a hospital management sim. Yeah, sorry, I've said what the game is, but I haven't actually said what it is. So you basically I suppose, newbie doctor or someone who runs hospitals. I don't know if there's a term for that.
An architect,
yeah. Maybe, I don't know. And it's your job to just set up these hospitals and run them. So I'm still early days. I've played a couple of hours with Lenska. We're not too far, so the game's still very manageable.
Okay.
I imagine it's going to get very difficult, like Team Hospital difficult. But every hospital starts the same. You put up your reception desk, hire an assistant to run it, set up a diagnostics room, or not a diagnostics room, but a GP's office, put a doctor in there, and from there the game sort of opens up. Your area might have patients that are, I know what the disease is called now. I think last week I spoke about that Freddie Mercury disease. It's called mock star.
Oh, mock star. So everyone looks like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, it's people who believe they don't say Freddie Mercury for obvious reasons, but the description is it's people who believe they are a rock star, and so the cure.
So are there other variations? Like, do they come use Elvis and stuff?
No. So in Team Hospital they were Elvis. That was the star they played off. The cure for that is just like straight up psychiatry.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So you set up a psychiatry office, to hire a psychiatrist, that sort of thing. But then you might get other people. I think one of the diseases is called verbal diarrhea. And I think the cure for that, you have to set up a pharmacy, and there's some concoction that a nurse will whip up, cure verbal diarrhea. I mean, it's just so funny.
Wasn't there one that was like referencing Harry Potter? I think I saw it's like the cure was like witchcraft or something.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of them. I actually need to, every time you start a new hospital, you get a little report saying like, this is what the disease is, but I need to sit and read through them in detail. They're really good. But I mean, it's crazy, the stuff in this game. You get clowns walking into your hospital. People who, I don't know what the disease is called, but they're walking around like clowns, and the cure is to make them miserable.
Oh, God.
To bring them back to reality.
That's horrible. That's so subversive, and that's horrible.
It's so good. Yeah, but so the gameplays are like that. You're running your hospital, but it's not just a matter of setting up rooms and whatever.
Yeah.
You obviously have to optimize things so you don't have queues of people. You have to make sure people don't get bored. So you have to put items. You can put like a newsstand in your hospital where they can go buy, excuse me, snacks or whatever.
I saw Lenska was very concerned with making the hospital pretty.
Well, and she's not wrong, because it does something. Putting plants in your hospital ups like that's. Not only its value, but I think it makes people more comfortable.
Okay.
Like everything in that game serves a purpose.
Okay. Just putting a lot of ferns everywhere.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, the cure for everything is plants.
Plants are good.
They are good. But her thing, I had to quickly, because I mean, I've played Team Hospital and I understand how the game works. It's very identical in mechanics and whatnot. Her thing is like, no, I want this hospital to be optimized. I want to fit as many rooms as I can into the hospital.
Well, she's an architect by trade.
So she's an architect. So like, I don't blame her. Yeah, cool. We need to optimize the space, make sure. And not only that, she's like, she takes the game a little too serious. She's like, yeah, but who wants to look into a bathroom or whatever? I'm like, whatever, just put the door. It doesn't matter, But like, she doesn't make some rooms big because it just doesn't make sense in terms of space. But I'm like, but it does help to make the rooms bigger, because then the doctors are happier working there. The patients feel more comfortable. Like everything
so that all makes
there's a difference there. Like bar like one or two cosmetic items that I've come across, everything has a purpose there. Even a poster, you might put up a poster of a disease that your hospital can cure. That will up what's it called? I think it's the prestige of a room.
Okay.
And just upping the prestige, like I said, makes people feel more comfortable, doctors happier, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So you have to take all of that into consideration while, making sure patients are getting to their respective treatments and rooms. And then on top of this, as the levels go on, this game just gives you more and more to think about. You might be offered the opportunity there's an emergency, say 10 people have lightheadedness, and you're the only hospital in the area.
Is that when they run in and they've got like sirens?
They've got
over
sirens
their
on their head, yeah. So it's like, do you want to take this challenge on? You're like, cool, like I'll do it.
I thought that was a disease itself, like policeman syndrome or
siren
something.
head or
Yeah,
something.
siren head. Like,
So yeah, if you solve it, you get if you manage to cure, say, all 10 of them, you get a fat reward. Like you get paid money, your reputation goes up. But you have to remember, you're getting 10 people of the same disease coming in, and if they're going to bottleneck into the same room, you probably might kill 1 or 2 of them by mistake if you're not prepared. And then like you'll get some money, but you lose a bit of reputation. So it's a lot of things to consider. And then on top of this, you'll have...
I forgot this is a capitalism game.
Yeah, capitalism. It's all about the money. You might have like the mayor in town visiting. You have to impress them.
Just because he's the mayor.
Yeah, or whatever. You might have what do you call somebody like assessors or like
like an insurance assessor or whatever.
Some you'll have people to come and like review your hospital, even if it's someone from like a local
health
radio,
inspector
health
or whatever.
inspector. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So you'll have them come to your hospital. You're like, cool, everything's fine, but then a patient might die
in the hallway,
and you're like, oh god, I need to get this. Oh, so if a patient dies in this game, they become a ghost.
Oh.
So it's like, I need to get the ghost out the hallway before the health inspector sees it.
Do you call the Ghostbusters?
No, you call your janitor who has the ability to vacuum up the ghosts.
That is amazing. I want to play a whole game being that janitor.
Exactly.
And where the janitor's Luigi.
Oh
and
my
he's
gosh.
in a mansion.
And then Luigi dies.
Yes.
And then it's the
Called
reveal of
Luigi's
Super
Mansion.
Smash.
Yeah.
This is just a prequel.
Great segue.
Yeah. So have you been playing Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, totally. No.
No, so yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. And there's a lot to think about. But I'm still early days. I know if the game's anything like Theme Hospital, which it is, it's going to get very hard. There's a lot to take into consideration, but it's fun. It's just fun curing people, getting your room set up and watching, like any management game, just getting everything optimized and watching the money roll in.
So the one thing I saw that may be frustrating, although I don't know if it is that you pick a hospital and you upgrade it and expand on it and whatever, but you are never, the whole game isn't just about a single hospital. You are, once you've finished a set amount of challenges, you move on to another hospital and you basically start from scratch again. But you have more diseases to deal with and more objectives and stuff. So does it get a bit frustrating having to start up again? Because I guess the startup procedure is the same all the time.
Yeah, it is, but it depends. It's never frustrating to me. So I think you always, as you play the game, you learn. I mean, when I first played Theme Hospital, my thing was 1 reception desk, 1 GP's office, 1 pharmacy. And then later on, it's like, shit, I actually need more of those. And because you've already filled up your hospital, you can't now, you can, but it's an effort to demolish rooms and, build up a GP's office, another one. Now I know. And it's so I'll know, but it's, say, Lenska, who's playing the game for the first time. Although she says she did play Theme Hospital, but she thinks she played a demo of Theme Hospital. That's besides the point.
Or a Sims expansion pack.
Maybe the Doctor's expansion. So someone like her or someone who's new to the game will know, okay, I did this in the last hospital and I'm starting again. I can be better. I'll put 2 or 3 reception desks down this time.
Okay.
I'll have 2 or 3 GP's offices straight off the bat.
Yeah.
She's like, this McFlurry, man, yo.
Crashing already. It was very sweet.
Oh, it's so good though. But then you just learn and you optimize and you learn like the importance of putting benches down. Like one thing Lenska doesn't do, but I'm not blaming her for any reason. It's just that she doesn't realize that people don't like to stand. So I've just got a habit from Theme Hospital. The moment I build a room, I put like 2 benches or 3 benches outside as a habit.
Because you don't want to be waiting for the doctor and standing there.
No, exactly. So
got a fever? Nah.
Yeah, and you've got lightheadedness. You want to stand.
You've got a light bulb. You don't even have eyes.
Oh my gosh, you can't even see where you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think every time you reset, it gives you an opportunity to optimize.
Okay.
And plus you'll have more items. And there's always every hospital has a different challenge. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what 2 Point Hospital has in store. I'm only on the 4th hospital or the 5th one.
Okay.
But yeah, there'll always be something, some different mechanic or something to make you think like, oh, I need to think about this for whatever reason.
And do the new diseases make you like consider the way you're working? Because like, I guess it could be as easy as, oh, I've got this new item that cures this disease, so obviously I have to just use this. Or is it a case of you're like, hey, I'm going to, this disease is really contagious, so I'm going to put the wing, for curing them away from everyone else or something like that.
I don't think there's anything in 2-Point Hospital like that where you have to, quarantine people. Wait, I say that. Theme Hospital had stuff like that. I'm sure this will have something similar. I maybe just haven't reached it yet. But yeah, you always have to consider what's happening in the hospital. And every level will give you some different challenge. And not only that, every hospital brings with it a whole new variety of diseases.
Okay.
And you're adding that to a backlog of diseases from previous levels.
Okay.
So it becomes a thing of running bigger and bigger and bigger hospitals and figuring out how to get them optimized that you cure more people than you kill.
You don't want people to die. Yeah.
No, exactly. But it is challenging. Even the early levels not so much, but I know later levels there's definitely a challenge, and it is a thing of shit. Like I can't just step down rooms. I have to think about what I'm doing.
Because you've got limited space as well.
That's another thing. I mean, one of the things we had is like, okay, we've built what we can, but we know there's more people coming. There's this disease has just been diagnosed. I need to build a room for it. I don't have space.
Okay.
Then it was the thing of, well, I have to take a loan.
Oh, no.
So you take a loan. There's a lot happening.
The
banks, and all that interest, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Lens goes.
And I see there's like Oscars for. Like how well your hospitals are being run.
So at the end of the game runs on there's a calendar system. So you every year, the awards are given out, and then they're not just cosmetic or anything. You get given awards, and the more awards you get, you earn money and reputation per award.
Okay.
So it does pay to like have the cleanest hospital, make sure you have enough janitors, make sure everything's clean. One modern thing that 2-Point Hospital has that Theme Hospital didn't is not multiplayer support, but the ability to see how your Steam friends are doing. So which is quite cool to be like, hey, your hospital's reputation is 76%. Your friend Volshin his hospital is 78%. Like we could do better. Like we could beat that.
That's a neat way to foster competitiveness.
And it's not a thing of like, I'm not very competitive, but it's like, I suppose I could beat Garth or Volshin, just do a little bit better with my hospital.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, the next time he plays, we're like, like Maddie's hospital's better than mine. Like I need to try beat that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. No, I'm super stoked to give this a go, even though I never I never played Theme Hospital, but it seems like this has been a huge success. So I wonder if this will just motivate the team to work on other projects like I don't know. The Theme Hospital wasn't the only one in the series. You had like a theme park one.
Bullfrog
as well.
made a lot of games. I don't Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't think was them, but I'd kill for games like that. Just modern versions of those old school management games. The 90s was full of them.
Yeah,
some were really
like
bad. Some were just like phenomenal.
Yeah.
So yeah. But you watched the stream, so I hope you get a feel of what the 2-Point Hospital is all about.
I really, really like the humor, and I really like the visuals. I think it's got a really cute aesthetic to it, and then the background music.
It's good. Hey?
So good.
I was looking for it on
soothing.
Spotify, and it's not there. I was like, why?
It's so damn soothing, and just like if doctors' rooms I went to had that music, I'd be so happy, just because it's just so calming and pleasing, and the little radio inserts in between are really hilarious.
They're funny,
yeah. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised because I'm not huge into management sims. So yeah, 2-Point Hospital looks like a good time, and it's like $300 on Steam. Or $325 or something.
It was $330, but that was 10% off, so $360, $375.
I think it's more than worth it.
It's worth it. I mean, it's half the price of, not even, it's a third of the price of a new release game.
Yeah.
You'll get hours and hours out of it.
Especially nowadays, yeah.
I mean, so when you play each level, you can get up to 3 stars.
Okay.
Getting 1 star is like cure 10 patients. The second star is cure 20 patients. The third star is cure 30 patients.
Don't let anyone die.
Yeah, it's all different objectives. Getting 3 stars on the first 4 or 5 levels of the game took about an hour and a half, 2 hours each. There are way more levels, so
Okay.
yeah.
I like that it's like
yeah.
catered challenges, I guess. It's not just like putting arbitrary goals on this free form play. Like it's like this level is designed to test you in this way.
It's a full-on campaign. There are different challenges. So,
Okay. No,
yeah.
that's awesome. I'm very, very keen to give it a go in the near future.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been playing?
No, I've been playing more Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'd say not because I'm not enjoying the game. I'm just like
it's so bad.
It's so good. I don't really want to talk about it until I'm like much further in the game. Yeah, or maybe I'm done. I'm quite far, but like I've spoken about it briefly, and I can't really add to the game's still good.
You're just
still
like you chewing away at it a little bit.
Yeah, and it's really great.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to it.
Yeah. And I see this morning you beat Dead Cells.
I beat Dead Cells. Oh
Damn,
my gosh.
hot damn.
Dead Cells, yes, that game. Remember what I said last week about, staying up past midnight every single night?
Yes.
I did that again this week.
Of course.
Just to play Dead Cells, because
Of
of course I did. So I'm not going to go too deep into it again, but I finally beat the last boss. I'm like, yeah.
Is it the Hand of the King?
It's the Hand of the King. Last boss, she's like, getting the... I had many bad runs this week, let me tell you. Like stupid stuff, just bad deaths, me being lazy
or being like too eager to like
race
past.
Not too lazy, just being sloppy, I guess. Just you get a point like, I can drink my health flask 3 times, or I can take some hits, and then before you know it, you just do one thing wrong, you're dead. You're like, man, it's like the last 30 minutes.
Because the game's
gone.
Unforgiving, because it's like,
yes,
it doesn't give you a chance to drink that health
no,
flask
it can be very unforgiving, but not unfairly. I think that's whenever you die, you're like, oh man, maybe I spec'd wrong, or I just didn't do the right thing, or whatever. I beat the last boss. I'm like, I finally beat the game. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing it. I was just like, cool, I'm going to do more runs, unlock new weapons, passives, whatever the hell.
So what happens now that you've beaten the boss? How does the game change?
So what happens is you unlock a new mode, a new hard mode.
Okay.
I don't know quite what it does yet, other than it makes the game harder, but it says that there's a term that bosses have. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of the word, but there's something that the bosses do differently, or that bosses are harder as well.
Okay.
So I wonder. I don't know what you unlock. I haven't even tried it yet. Well, I tried it once. I was like, shit, this is quite hard. I'll commit to playing it.
Concierge is all of a sudden very difficult.
Oh my gosh. No, I was lazy. I didn't make it past the first level because I was literally just speed running through it to see, how much harder could it be.
Okay.
Let me tell you, it's much harder. You unlock an ability. I don't know what it does, what its purpose is just yet. But that little green thing that always consumes the body at the beginning, every time you start a run, falls out the drain pipe,
slug thing,
rolls into the body.
Yes.
You can now detach from your body and move around as that slug thing.
What?
To pick up items or stuff. I don't know. I imagine there must be some other purpose to...
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't see it being just to pick up items.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a way to just scout ahead. I don't know.
And will enemies attack the green slug thing?
As far as I know, they don't attack it. But I do wonder if maybe they're... Wait a second. I'm sure you can use it to explore new areas or something.
Like maybe areas you wouldn't be able to get to.
Yeah, there must be a purpose. I mean, there's still... I can tell you, I don't have the wall climb yet in that game.
Oh, hectic. I thought you needed it, yeah.
I don't have it yet. So there are levels I haven't even played and areas I haven't explored because I don't have the wall climb.
Maybe it is a Metroidvania.
No, maybe. But yeah, that little creeper thing I can move around is that now. And I imagine there is a purpose greater than just, scouting or having the ability to pick up items.
That's really cool. Okay.
And what Jeff was saying is that there's a few modes. So whenever you start a run now, you can choose like normal, and there's a little slider you can choose like hard mode. I'm sure there are other modes.
You were saying something about stems?
Yeah. Sorry, that's something with the bosses that like stem cells. I don't know what they do.
You
Like,
just
I don't know
you make them younger.
Oh man!
They eat stem cells.
You double them. You fight two of the concierges at the same
two
time.
concierges parachute down into an island.
And it's a battle royale.
Yeah,
oh,
battle
man.
royale game. Dead Cells battle royale.
Oh man, I'd play that.
Yeah, I'd play that.
That'd actually be quite cool. The All Star.
Imagine a 2D battle royale game. That would just be chaos.
Yeah, no one's done that.
Yeah, no one yet.
No one yet. Yeah, so I finished Dead Cells, but I'm by no means actually finished with Dead Cells. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. It's addictive, man. You know me. I played Risk of Rain. You finish that game, you're like, cool, I'm just going to do it again in a different way.
Yeah, I'll just play it again, and again.
And funny enough, remember I told you last time I got to the last boss and I got him to 3rd health and I died, what my build was.
Yes.
It was the shield, gadgets, and I had...
You had a bow, I think.
I had a bow. This time I had something different. I think it was like daggers or something. But this time I had the same sort of idea. I just had gadgets, pumped a lot more into purple, but a balance of red and green just for health and whatever. And that's how I beat the last boss.
Have you got that Phantom Dash yet? Apparently that's really fun. There's like one where you can like dash behind an enemy and stab
teleport.
them.
I've got it. I don't know how to use it properly. Or I don't use it to its full effect.
I've seen so many GIFs and it just looks bonkers.
Yeah,
you
just bounce between the level. Yeah, no, it's really good. I just haven't used it to its full effect, I don't think.
Use that with Spartan boots and just teleport behind people and shout, "This is
Sparta." It's a
Sparta
and kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
best game ever.
There's so many items in that game. I mean, there's just a massive variety, and I'm still unlocking. You know, whenever you start a run, you've got all those glass jars that show
all
the
your
blueprints.
Upgrades. Yeah,
I've probably only got like half of them.
Really?
Maybe. There are still many items I can get in that game.
Wow.
So,
and there's a lot of those little... I find that such a neat way of showing progress because every time you die and you come back, you're like, oh, okay, this is filled up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool.
Plenty to go still. And I think it's just weird. It's a sort of game you can play... No, I want to say forever, but you know what I mean when I say you can play it forever. It's addictive. You really can play it over and over again. It's like, I suppose what makes MOBAs addictive is that you're playing the same game again and again, but every game's different because you buy different items.
It's always like subtly different.
Yeah, you play different heroes. This game is really just like, oh, I'll start my run. Oh, I've picked up this weapon. I don't really play that weapon, but I picked it up. Let me play with it.
But I think this is why it's so perfect on Switch as well, is because it's like you can do this wherever. Like, if you just want a run somewhere, you can do that. You don't have to boot up a whole PlayStation and have to deal with that. So, I like it. I need to get back into it now that I'm done with Hollow Knight and stuff. But
I need to get back to Hollow Knight.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you think Dead Cells is hard? Go play that Godmaster DLC.
I read that the Godmaster DLC, the one part of it, I don't know if it's like the final challenge. It's to fight all 42 bosses, one after the other.
Yep.
Wow. Why would you do that?
It's obscene. It is literally like the test of you will finish this and never want to play Hollow Knight ever again. Because there will be nothing in that game that will challenge you again.
After that, yeah.
But like, I just think about there's some bosses in that game which are so fucking hard on their own. Like, I can't imagine getting like 22 bosses in and then dying. I'll just be like, fuck this, never touching this again.
Did you ever beat the Colosseum?
I'm on the last challenge. Yeah.
How's that going?
It's hard.
It's hard, eh?
Every single time I get to a part where they put spikes on the floor and they send those dumb, stupid, glowing mosquito things that shoot an arc of... I hate those things so much.
That's what screwed me on that challenge. Whenever there's spark falls, they expect you to wall jump and shit.
Yeah, the wall jump. You can't stand or anything like that. And those bugs, like, they are so good at preempting your attacks. Like, you will jump at them and attack, and they'll shoot just in time to firstly hit you, avoid your attack, and then you fall into the spikes.
I hate it when they back away. I'm like, no, come back.
Come close to me, No, to me, those are the most irritating enemies in the game. But I'll get that. I heard there's a boss at the end of the level 3 Colosseum. And I know that because he's missing in my roster. And I looked him up. He's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so you have to beat all of that shit and then fight a boss. Enjoy.
Cool.
I did it. It took me a long time, but I did.
I wish it was Zote again. Just like Swole Zote comes back.
Oh, Swole. Have you fought Swole Zote now?
I haven't fought Swole Zote. I fought him in the first level of the Colosseum and I hit him, so I guess I killed him.
Okay, but you know there is a Swole.
Does that mean I killed him when I hit him?
No. No, have you been back to town yet? No.
Yeah,
Have you?
I haven't found his girlfriend Berta.
Did you save him when you did save him when he was like wrapped in webs
Deep
and stuff?
Nest, yeah.
And you fought him in the Colosseum.
Yeah, smacked
He
his
should
face.
be back in
Maybe he
the
is
town.
because I
wait.
read you need to find
Wait a
someone
sec.
who's obsessed with him.
Yeah, okay. Wait, it doesn't matter if he's there or not,
Yes.
actually.
And then apparently you can dream nail something in her house, and then you fight Swolzote.
Yeah.
And
Fight
s-
Swolzote and you beat him, then there's a Swolzote.
Swolzote.
Then, yeah,
And
good
then
luck with
Swole
that.
King DDD.
Oh my gosh, fan of us.
You see, that's who should be in Smash. The 5 characters in Smash before Waluigi: Swolzote, the Knight, the Mantis Lords.
Man, they should just make a Hollow Knight Super Smash.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've got enough bosses to make that happen.
They've got
so-
way more than
I mean,
enough bosses.
they've got a like a roster that's almost bigger than Super Smash Bros. At this point.
Actually, no.
I think there's 42 bosses.
No, but Smash is like 70 characters.
Do you know that in the
Stupid
critical path for Hollow Knight, you only need to beat 3? It's like
No.
3 or 4.
Oh, what, just to get straight to the end of the game?
Yeah, to finish the game, there's only like 4 completely mandatory bosses, which is crazy.
Well, you know, people speedrun that game and they finish it in under an hour. I'm like, how?
In an hour.
I think it's under an hour.
But it's the same with the abilities. You only need like the Shadow Cloak.
Yeah.
The rest you don't actually need. So you
Yeah.
don't need the wall jump. You don't need the Mantis. Oh, the Mantis Claw is the wall jump. You don't need any of the spells. You don't need any of the sword arts. That game. Oh, you see, that game is like 2D Zelda. You can
It
just
is.
run to the castle.
And like, how many times have we spoken about it on the show and we still love talking
Fuck, I love
about
that
it?
game so
It's
much.
so good.
So much. Now I want to play it again. But I'm going to
Me
play
too.
Spider-Man later today.
Oh, I hate you.
But during the
Get me
week,
pictures of Spider-Man.
I've been, because I haven't had really much else to play aside from I played a bit more Formula 1. I reviewed it. Very good game. Very accessible. Very. But I dived back into Persona 5
Oh, my.
because
Persona
I just
5.
feel like I need to finish this game before I die.
I mean, before you die.
yeah.
When did you start it? Last year?
Well,
January?
I bought it last year in April when it came out, and then I only actually properly started playing it in like September because time.
Oh, my word, yeah.
And then I played a lot during December because I was on holiday, and I was like, well, I think I spent a week where I played it every day for like 7 hours.
So this thing is very sweet at the bottom. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
it's
you
like
said,
a
eh?
bunch of syrup
Oh,
at the
man.
bottom. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Yeah, Persona, I'm now on 90 hours. I thought I finished the last dungeon because the story takes a massive turn. The game is even like, hey, you should probably save because there's a lot of shit that's going to happen right now. So I
And
was
that's
like,
a telltale
cool.
sign of, oh, yeah.
Yeah, end of the game.
you know?
Yeah. So I was like, cool. So like the game reveals its big trump card and like, who the real bad guy is because that's the whole game. You're trying to figure out who's really working against you. So you figure that out. Then you figure out like a whole bunch of stuff. Like it does the thing in narratives that I don't particularly like, where it's like, hey, remember this instance? Well, you actually forgot about this thing that happened then. Let me fill you in.
Oh, my word.
Like, so it gives you a bunch of like exposition of stuff that your character was apparently privy to, but that they never told the player. So, it's all to justify what happened and stuff. And it's like, it's a lot. Like, there's a lot of like information overload that I had to like listen to it again to kind of understand what was going on.
And it doesn't help you played the game so long ago. You're like, what? Who?
Yeah, exactly.
What? Who?
That
What?
too. Yeah, they referenced something that I saw like a year ago almost. So, but yeah, it was good. It's satisfying, and apparently there's just more to do in this game. It's just like it shifted the dynamic of me being able to be social in the game. Like, because the game is half dungeon crawler, half like social dating sim. Yeah, like I'm going out and I'm doing things with people so I can improve my social links with them, and that in turn helps me build better personas for battle and stuff. So it's like shifted that on its head, where it's limited me in some interesting ways that I'm like curious to see how they go. But someone on Twitter told me that I'm not close to the end, or I don't know how much. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm closer than I was like 50 hours ago because I'm 90 hours in. But I'm assuming there's probably still like one more dungeon, and a dungeon is quite lengthy. It takes like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still enjoying it. I do agree with a lot of reviews at the time said that the last quarter of the game could be cut that it just feels like it's stretching it out, and I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's lost a lot of its momentum.
Yeah.
But I love its characters so much. Like I'm maxing out a lot of my social links with them, so reaching the end of their individual storylines.
Okay.
And seeing those payoffs is really fun and really good. And there's a lot of there's a lot of good teenage stories in there, like coming of age stories and finding out who you are. A lot of characters finding out what they want to be in life, or coming to terms with their own problems and their own faults, in real teenage ways, but very clever and very well written ways, I think. But then also you're dealing with some characters who aren't teenagers, who are adults, and you're seeing their problems from their perspectives, and it's just really good. Like there's a good balance of people, and there's some silly ones, but for the most part, I think they're really good and heartwarming, and yeah.
Does it make you go, oh?
Yeah, you're just like, oh, okay, I understand you. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. So it's good. It's really, really good, and I just want to get to the end of it, not because I'm over it now, but mainly because I want to see the end of this. And I know I'm not near the end because there's an achievement to take because you can choose a girlfriend or more than one girlfriend in the game. And there's an achievement to take them out on Valentine's Day or get caught dating several people on Valentine's Day.
Oh my word.
And my in-game calendar is only in November. So I still have to get to February, and you 14th. Go day by day.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's a lot.
So you've been playing, from like the beginning of the year, say in the game?
Yeah, you play a whole calendar year, essentially.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You've got to make it to February.
Yeah.
Is it not for Valentine's Day of that year? Is that too early?
No, it's too early. Yeah,
okay.
It's because you have no chance of making that connection then. So yeah.
So could you play the game forever, technically?
Technically, yeah, you just carry on and on and on.
Carry on.
It's such a brilliant game. I really can't wait till you get to play it.
I need to play, yeah. I think I should start with Persona 4 on the Vita.
100%, yeah. I'm still of the mind that Persona 4 has a better story and a better cast of characters. But Persona 5 is more expansive in what you can do. But Persona, I wish they would remaster for like
PlayStation.
like not even like remake it, just like release Persona 4 Golden on PS4 so I can play it,
Release it on Switch, man. What do you mean?
Oh God, I would. I would.
But they're PlayStation exclusives. They're
Atlas.
They're BFFs with PlayStation. With
Sony, yeah. I mean, I would love it. And there's more Persona coming out at the end of the year. There's the 3 dancing games.
Oh my gosh.
Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, I think it is, and then Persona 5 Dancing by Starlight, I think.
Are they just rhythm games?
Yeah, so they're rhythm games, but they contain their own stories. So they have a cast and they have their own side story, which is more fun and whatever. But it is a rhythm game at the end of the day.
That's cool though.
Yeah, and then they're re-releasing Persona 4's dancing game on PS4, which was only a PS Vita exclusive back in the day.
Okay. So we're getting
3 Persona dancing games.
3 Persona dancing games and a random drug test again.
Oh, dog just came into the room. He's like, "You doing drugs?
Are you doing drugs now?"
I can smell it.
No, just gonna chill.
Yeah.
Wait, she?
No, he.
Is it he?
No, he's just going inside. He's like, "Cool.
You're good, fam.
You're good.
Don't let me walk in and catch you with drugs." Your dogs are like parents. Like, what are you guys doing in there? Okay, you're just podcasting. Okay.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Sorry, carry on.
No, I think I'm done. That was
Persona.
Such a good game. You should play it, even if you're not a huge JRPG fan. It's got more than enough there to convince you.
I should play them.
Yeah, such a good game. So good. And it's pretty cheap on PS4 now. I always see it on sale for like $300 or so.
300 rand.
For Persona 5.
PS4 Golden.
For a 90, 100 hour...
90, 100 hour.
90, 100 hour JRPG.
Yeah.
So good.
I'll get 4. How much would 4 be on
I
the
think
Vita?
like $150, not even.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I got too much to play, man.
And that game is long
Still
as
got
hell.
Dead Cells, still got Hollow Knight, got Bayonetta 2 after that, man. I'm good on Switch.
You haven't even played Bayonetta 2.
So I'm good on PlayStation and Switch. And on PC, I'm playing Two Point Hospital. Yeah, there's no future for Persona.
And there's so much coming out. There's like Red Dead. There's Red Dead,
Red Dead,
Fallout 76, Hitman 2,
Yeah, I'm curious
Battlefield
to
5,
see. I'm curious to see how all these games do though, because man,
Red
20,
Dead.
20 Red Dead, because 2017 was people like, yeah, that's the best year in video games in a long time. Like 2018 won't match that. It's like, I don't know, 2018's been
pretty
really,
close.
really damn good. So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, another surprise drug test. Stokes onto us, man.
Yeah, he's like, I'm onto you. I'm coming in at irregular times now. You'll never know.
I'm gonna nap you right now.
Yeah, just so I
I'm
know
not gonna
you
take
never.
my eye off you. Cool. Should we get to
Game
releases?
releases, yeah.
Is this where I plug our McDonald's non-sponsor again?
Yes.
I did tweets about this.
Oh, you did? Did you tag McDonald's?
I took a photo. I did. Damn right I did.
What did they say?
They haven't replied.
Assholes.
I even tagged it the hashtag not sponsored because we actually not.
Yeah, just in case someone is like, hey, did we sponsor these bozos? Like,
Oh, what is this? How did this even
I
happen?
swear to God, I saved this website where I use, which I use for all the.
The releases.
Clearly, I didn't. Oh no, wait, I did.
This is why we're gonna fire you.
I did.
Again. Okay, not fired.
There's quite a few games coming out in September.
Spider-Man. Wait,
Well,
we
Spider-Man
said
is
that it's out. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so no, wait, I've scrolled right past to October.
That is a long list.
Yeah, there's a lot. So we are talking about games coming out up until September 14th, from September 7th, 8th. 7th was yesterday, so we spoke about that. Yeah. Okay. So we have okay, you can guess what this one is. Battle X: Birth of the Alliance for Rift and Vive.
Battle X: Birth of the Alliance.
Yeah.
For the what?
Rift and Vive. So
it's a shooter.
yeah, it must be a shmup.
Shoot 'em up.
Battle X. Imagine it was like a Star Wars one where you use the X-wings and you were building the
Ooh.
Rebel Alliance.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
But it's probably not that.
Probably not.
Don't get
no.
my dreams.
And
up,
this
yeah.
maybe it's a copyright infringing project.
Yeah. Well, probably it's Star Wars. I mean, come on. Of course, it's copyrighted. Jeez.
On September 11th, we've got NBA 2K19. Do you like basketball?
Some b-ball. Nah.
Some b-ball. I still don't understand how b-ball works.
B-ball. No, we covered this. 2 points, 3 points.
We are
Michael Jordan.
we're also not tall enough for basketball.
Not tall enough.
Not even you are tall
No, I
enough
know.
for
I know.
basketball.
I'm like a.
You need to
a
be like
very
2
short
meters
person.
min.
2 meters. Jeez.
Minimum. How tall are you?
I'm 1.9.
Yeah, you
Zero.
see, you're a good
No,
10
centimeters short.
too
God damn it.
Can't
My
play
dreams are
b-ball,
dead
man.
now.
I mean, you've got to throw for it.
I won't get. Yeah, that's my dreams. Just to grow the 10 centimeters on my hair.
On your head.
I'll be tall enough.
Game called Nefarious, coming out on
Nefarious.
September 11th, 13th, and 14th for 3 different platforms, which is
Jeez,
super weird.
why don't you just release on the same day?
Yep, done it. Then we've got Boundless. That sounds familiar, so I'm going to Google it.
Boundless. Well, was that one game you played?
Boundless is a massively multiplayer online sandbox game,
I would
apparently.
definitely not have guessed.
No,
that.
wait, this was released in 2014. It can't be this.
Is it not the same game? Maybe
No.
on modern platforms.
No.
It's on Steam though. Maybe it's coming to console.
Yeah, it could be coming to... yeah.
Is it
yeah,
PlayStation,
yeah.
Xbox, and
It-
Switch?
it is, yeah.
Bam.
PC and PS4.
What? Oh, whatever.
I don't know, but it seems like that because I
Boundless.
see a PlayStation trailer for it
It's
that
a
says 2018.
Morpega.
A Morpega.
Morpega.
Then on September 12th, State of Decay 2 Daybreak Pack.
Does State of Decay 2 still have a significant player base?
I don't know. It's a bad game.
I'm sure people are still playing it, but I don't know
a bad game.
to what extent.
I don't like that game.
You don't like it. You just hate fun.
Give
And
it a
so-
solid 5 out of 10. Did not like that game at all.
the burn. No, but I mean, the people who play the game, they're getting DLC. Yay.
I'm not entirely sure what comes in this DLC.
More zombies.
Maybe a new area, because you had 3 areas where you could play, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, maybe more zombies and more survivors
zombies,
to fucking
more-
not listen to you.
I need food.
I need food and I need a med pack and I'm also gonna pretend I'm gonna start fights in my base camp, but not
But not
actually fight
really.
anyone. Yeah,
Oh, I'm all bark and no show.
yeah,
No,
exactly, exactly.
I totally butchered that
Yeah,
saying, but hey.
completely barking
What-
up the wrong bush.
Barking up. Wow, no. You ruined it.
Gift of Parthax.
Gift of Parthax.
Do you think it's a gifting simulator, and you gift weird diseases like Parthax?
And then that's a 2-point hospital disease?
Yeah, this
Maybe?
this is actually the DLC Incognito.
No. What platform was that on?
PC. Boom.
Boom. It is. It's the DLC. Who would have thunk?
Then we've got Assetto Corsa Competizione.
She's
It's really
what
spelled
the
like
heck
that.
is that?
It's really spelled like that. Competizione. It's
Is it-
Italian.
Yeah,
It's a racing game.
every time I think of Italian, I think of Inglorious Bastards.
Oh yeah.
So it work now. We're like buongiorno. What do we say? Oh, I can't
I
remember.
love that
but
movie
it's so good.
much.
Buongiorno.
Oh, wait, what wasn't that in France? Not in
Yeah,
Italy?
no, yeah. Sorry, I completely
Yes,
ruined it.
it's
But
Butchering this.
all sounds the same to me.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. I haven't seen the movie for years.
So good. That is a racing game. The Assetto
Wait.
Corsa.
Now I'm going to cut you off. Wasn't it? He was meant to be speaking Italian, but he said buongiorno.
Oh, maybe, probably.
Wait,
It's entirely possible.
I can't remember. But the point is, it's funny.
It's
That's
it's
what we're getting.
hilarious. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
This is a Steam Early Access game.
Okay.
So, not sure why.
First review. Buongiorno. 5 out of 10.
Construction Simulator 2 US edition or something.
Nice. What is the difference?
Construction Simulator, build them forklifts.
I was going to say, are you actually building buildings? Or are you building the material that is used to make buildings? So
You know,
forklifts and steel
You've got to
beams.
simulate the mixing of that cement.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
actually sounds like fun.
It sounds like
therapy.
if it's on a touchscreen, you've got to just
No, you have to
swipe.
spin it yourself.
Yeah, you just got to spin it for like hours
Hours
and
and
hours. 'cause
hours.
It takes forever, yeah.
Oh, that's therapy
And
right
then you've
there.
got to use like a finger swipe to like lather the cement on the bricks.
That
Like,
actually sounds like it would be very therapeutic.
not at all. What are you talking about?
What?
No.
What? Think about the games you play that are meaningless, but actually.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
where I
fun.
destroy buildings, not build them.
Oh, okay, you're right. So you're right.
They should
Fine.
they should do that. There should be like a game, sort of like Viscera Cleanup Details, a game about cleaning up a level in the shooter after the hero has gone through and killed everyone. You've got to clean up their mess.
Yeah.
Like imagine playing like a construction crew that's got to clean up the mess after a race in Burnout or a what's a game with lots of destruction like Battlefield, like a
Oh my
multiplayer
gosh,
round in Battlefield.
you have to build the shit back together. That'd actually be fun, I guess.
No, I don't know if it'll be fun. It'll be funny, but don't know if it'll be fun.
I don't know. Wasn't Visual Cleanup good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's because it was silly.
Okay, but think about it. Okay, you're in a boardroom pitching to investors. Okay, I've got this idea for a game. You're cleaning up shit.
Battlefield Bad Cleanup Company.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Boom,
it.
boom.
We are so full of. Why is no one
We
hired
just have a
us?
mop with the smiley face grenade pin on it.
Exactly. I mean, Battlefield. Think about it. Okay, you get the blowtorch, which you can use to fix tanks.
True.
B, kill people. Okay.
Yeah, true.
So it's got very.
It's
very,
versatile.
Very, very many uses. It's versatile. She's like, how do I speak English for a living?
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
lime went straight to your
I know.
head. Eh?
Yes. Ooh, I'm crashing now. You just need a construction tool. It's one thing. It's a blowtorch. You use it to build up everything. I mean, come on.
And if you're inventive, you can use grenades to move your building supplies from one area to another.
Like, there's a game here. You should probably write
Then you
that
got to
down.
kill the other construction crew because you don't want them building buildings for their team. So actually, it just turns into another round of Battlefield.
So yeah, this is actually just Battlefield 6. We spoiled it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry guys.
yeah. Sorry.
They
We
ran
tried.
out of wars to do, so they decided to do a cleanup war instead.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
BFF or die.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like real
That
life.
sounds awesome. I need to Google that.
BFF or die.
BFF or die.
Battlefield 5 or die.
BFF or die is a cozy slash crazy couch co-op puzzle game for 1 to 4 players. As time-traveling aliens, you're sent on a risky mission to Earth.
Oh, they look like the Hollow Knight shades.
Yeah, they actually do. Use your gadgets collaboratively to overcome danger and survive as a team. This looks pretty cool.
That actually does look pretty cool.
I'm always down for couch co-op stuff because couch co-op is fun.
Oh man, when are we going to stream Overcooked?
When we both have decided we don't want relationships
With each other or with our girlfriends.
That
Got
too,
it,
yeah.
got it.
That'll be the series season finale of Checkpoint Chat.
That episode 50.
Episode never coming back.
Never coming back. Whoa, I'm going to put a pin on it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shiran Kagura Reflections with an X.
Reflections.
Coming to Switch on September 13th. I've no
Sounds
fucking clue
awfully
what it is.
Japanese.
Yeah, awfully Japanese.
Awfully Japanese.
Bastion on Switch, September 13th.
Nice.
You've played Bastion, right?
I've played 2 hours of Bastion.
Oh, Jesus, fuck you.
No,
This is terrible. This is the line.
I've got another one. I haven't finished Transistor.
Ah!
I haven't even played Pyre.
So you've never finished a Supergiant game? Oh my god.
But they're so good. And
Bastion is so good.
I should finish it. I've got it. I just haven't
Bastion's
finished it.
long as well. Like,
Is it long? How long is it?
Good 10 hours or so.
Oh, no, that's fine. When you say long, I think like Persona. And I'm like,
No.
But or when you say long, I'm like, 30, 40 hours. 10 hours is fine.
Bastion is phenomenal. Transistor is also good.
I think I'm probably right at the end of Transistor. I just never finished it. I don't know why. I do that with games. I play them like, yeah, this game's great. And then I don't know, I just don't play for like a week. And then I just forget about them.
It's like you've got gaming narcolepsy.
I don't know,
like,
man.
This is great.
What is it about? Whoa, look at this new game. Let me dive into this instead. So I've been good though. I've committed to actually finishing games now.
Okay,
so,
good,
yeah.
good. You should play.
Bastion.
The end of Bastion is it's heart-wrenching. It's good. Good
Don't
stuff.
tell me that.
Also, the
Does
music in
Lassie
those
die?
games is so good. Yeah, Lassie
Oh
does.
no, why?
I
the
love the
music.
music. Yeah, Darren
man.
Korb is a phenomenal composer. And,
Yeah,
I love listening to them.
Yeah, I've listened to that Transistor soundtrack way too many times.
The
And
Pyre one is so
is
good.
it good? I need to play
Yeah.
Pyre. Futuristic fantasy
I'm kind of shocked
football.
that Pyre isn't on like they announced Bastion and Transistor for Switch, but not Pyre.
I'm sure Pyre will. They'll
Yeah.
probably suss out the reception of those two games and be
probably.
like, cool.
And maybe Pyre is just a bit more complex because it
Yeah.
is visually different and stuff. So.
Mm.
But yeah, 13th. Old School Musical for PC and Switch, also September 13th.
My favorite.
Yeah, love that. Love
Yeah.
that series.
It's great,
Yeah.
great stuff.
Frozen Synapse 2, September 13th as well, which is a really
What does
good
that ring
like,
a bell?
strategy-ish game.
That
Yeah.
rings a bell.
It's like
I
a
don't
cult
know.
classic.
Cult classic.
Wasteland 2 Director's Cut also coming to Switch on September 13th. Then Defunct for Switch, also September 13th.
Yep.
There's a lot coming
Lot
on
of Switch,
September
yeah.
13th Switch. Big one for the week, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Cannot
Oh,
believe
is
that
that
this is
this
this
week?
week. Yeah, fucking
What the
wait,
heck?
hold on. I might be jumping the gun here.
No, it is. It's this
No,
week.
it is Friday, yeah.
Friday.
Fuck me.
Jeez.
We haven't even received review code for it yet.
Oh, man.
So,
It's going to be fun.
yeah. Black
Friday.
Clover Quartet Night. That sounds cool.
What the hell? Black Quartet Clover. No, that's a cool name.
Black
Black-
Clover Quartet Night
Black Clover Quartet. No.
for PC and PS4, September 14th.
Sounds like a musical game.
Jeez, there's so much on September 14th. Wait, why is there something on September 15th? That's a Saturday.
Who releases stuff on a Saturday?
Okay, well, we'll mention that because that's just fucking bizarre.
What is it?
So, okay, no,
When we
wait,
get
still
there.
September 14th.
Oh my gosh, we're still on
NHL
September 14.
19.
Wow.
I think that's ice hockey.
Yeah. I was like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is.
I've never
It is.
played ice
it's
hockey. I
the
just
last-
know people get to beat each other
The
up.
last ice hockey game I played was on PlayStation 1. It was, I think I remember.
NHL 97.
It was more, whenever we played, it was more like, hey, let's just fight. Because you
Yeah,
could do
just
that.
fuck each other
Yeah.
up, yeah.
It's a great time, man.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country DLC.
Damn.
Never played Xenoblade Chronicles.
Even me.
That is way too JRPG.
Yeah. And it,
Anime as fuck.
games are super long as well.
Yeah, no. Then the Saturday game is Undertale on Switch. I guess,
Oh.
like, for such a subversive, strange game, releasing on a Saturday
makes
seems
sense.
on par.
Have you played Undertale?
I haven't yet, but
it
I've
good?
heard such good things
What
about
is
that
it?
game.
I've also heard a lot about
It's
it.
weird. I don't
Is it?
really know how to explain what
wait.
it is.
I know it's like a. I
like
know
a
what it is.
2D
It's like an adventure game, but it's not
Yes.
really. But it
but
kind
it's
of is.
very subversive and very like meta and
Yes. No, I've seen footage of it.
challenges the video games as a medium. Like Undertale is the sort of thing that would not exist outside of video games. Like it only works within.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I've heard such good things about it.
Yeah, let's
So
check it out.
I'll play it on Switch.
Undertale.
Yeah, and there's a lot coming out the week after, but
We'll have to
we'll have to get to that eventually.
support us on Patreon if you want to hear what's coming out. And
Ooh.
no,
Gaming
Speaking
news.
shit. Gaming news. Okay. News. Okay.
The one thing that happened last night that I thought was very interesting is Civ 6 is coming to Nintendo
To
Switch
Switch, yeah.
in November. That is awesome. A 4X game on Switch.
It is, but will it work on the Switch? Like it will. I just think of. I've never played Civ, but as someone who
Civ is
knows,
phenomenal.
it's a very heavy keyboard. Well,
Not
more
really.
of a mouse
It's
game.
more like you'll probably have an on-screen cursor and have to like move around like that, but it's not a fast-paced RTS. So
Yeah,
it's definitely
that
something.
could work.
Also, touchscreen controls could work pretty well.
Yeah, I was thinking, but how is the Switch's touchscreen? I've
Pretty good.
never actually sat and tried using it.
It's
'cause
good. I just don't like getting the screen dirty.
You filthy child. Wash
Yeah.
your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands for your Switch.
Okay, let's see. There wasn't,
other-
as far as I can tell, there wasn't big.
There wasn't a
Gaming
surprise Nintendo Direct, was there?
So there was meant to be one.
Yeah.
But then because of the typhoons and the earthquakes that happened in Japan, they had
okay.
to delay it. And some people, okay, let me be fair. A minority of people were complete fucking assholes to Nintendo on Twitter over it. Like, people lost their
Shocked.
lives. Get
Yeah.
over yourself. But generally, there
But
was.
God forbid, there's no Direct.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God forbid you don't get your Waluigi on Switch.
Wow.
But most people were pretty supportive. Apparently, the big N from the Nintendo logo blew off the building. That's how hectic the storm was.
Jesus.
So now it's just Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo. Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's
Shit,
it's terrible.
that's hectic.
I'm glad that they took the time to delay it and
Yeah.
help all the employees out in different parts of the country. And as a result, a lot of Switch stuff started not leaking, but like I'm almost certain the Civ news was going to be part of the Direct.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
And there
Because
was
that was leaked.
It wasn't
Yeah.
leaked. It was just announced.
It's
It was just like
okay.
other publishers have their own marketing plans. So like even though Nintendo cancelled the Direct, like they were like, well, we need to make.
We need to make it
Yeah.
announced anyway. Okay.
The other thing that leaked out of it was like the name for the new Yoshi game, which is called Crafted World.
what?
Apparently,
I didn't know that.
yeah, but I didn't see much else because a lot of people who would generally leak these scoops are like, it's not right to leak this stuff because Nintendo had to delay a Direct because people were fucking,
Actually
in
dying.
trouble.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So hopefully they'll reschedule it. They haven't given a date yet.
This stuff though, is this the sort of stuff that announced for like January, February, March?
It's a Switch and 3DS thing, so I'd assume
Okay.
so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. These
I
are
don't. Nothing.
reviews.
Like I know the last week or two we've had big news. Oh yes.
Yes. So did you watch?
I did.
Did you watch this trailer for this cool Call of Duty mode called Blackout?
Blackout. I did.
And what do
It
you
looks
think?
great.
So Blackout is Call of Duty Blops 4 with bad Roman numerals.
Their
It
battle
is-
royale version.
Yeah, it is their battle royale thing, which got some details. It's the biggest map Call of Duty has ever had.
Duh.
It's going to support 80 players, which is more than I thought it would.
Yeah, I really thought it would be
like
40,
40, 50.
32, 40, yeah.
Because, I mean, even Battlefield's Battle Royale, which got some details this week, we can talk about it now. It's called Firestorm, and it's only going to have 64 players, which is like, oh, you've done that already. Like Conquest in Battlefield has always been 64 players.
Yeah.
So, and also in Battlefield's one, apparently you won't be able to play solo. It will only be squads of 4. Which is
Isn't
weird.
Call of Duty's one also squads, or is it?
I think
maybe
they
I'm getting
allow both.
Maybe I'm getting the details mixed up.
You see a lot of footage of pairs. Like
Yeah.
you see a dude driving a quad bike and another guy shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
But it looks so fast. Like the time that it takes for people to die looks tiny,
Yeah.
which is weird.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like the little monkey bomb that summons zombies. That's a cool. Like there's Call of Duty zaniness in here.
Yeah. But what I wanted to know is, so in the trailer they show that like haunted house, whatever, where the zombies are there zombies throughout the whole map? Or is
don't
it
know.
like a location specific thing? I don't know.
They did just say that there will be zombies featured in Blackout. I don't. It would be weird. Imagine it was like instead of the storm, it was like a circle of zombies.
3.
Oh yeah,
We
I'd
awesome.
be down,
Left 4 Dead 3 Battle Royale, please.
It's like
Thank you.
Daisy and PUBG had a baby almost.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, the thing is, we've probably spoken about this to death now, but like Blops, well, Call of Duty, we're not like the biggest fans.
And this one especially does not excite me at all.
Yeah, I'm like, like whatever. But I must say, Blackout does look like a lot of fun.
Blackout looks really good.
Yeah.
I just wish, like, I'm not paying £1,000 for Call of Duty at launch just to play
Blackout, yeah.
But there is an open beta happening next week. Maybe I'll dive into that.
There is an open. Oh,
yes.
But wait,
15th of September.
Is it open for everyone?
It's closed right now.
Yeah.
You have to pre-order, and then it opens on the 15th for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can
I
give it a
wasn't.
go.
I thought it was only a pre-order exclusive.
No. We can team up and we can give it a go.
I'll definitely play some of that.
So yeah, that's Blackout.
Some Blackout.
THQ Nordic, remember them?
Yes.
Yeah, they just bought up another IP.
Kingdom of Amular.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago they bought up the Time Splitters IP. You know,
Oh, sorry, it was them.
THQ Nordic are also the people bringing back Darksiders.
They're just snapping up
and
everything.
now they just snapped up the rights to Kingdom of Amalur. And if you don't recall, Kingdom of Amalur was an EA published RPG thing that had a lot of controversy around. I can't remember the guy's name, but the head of the development studio was like in some weird money thing. Like, I don't know if it was money laundering or he went to court. It was a big thing. The game itself I thought was pretty cool. It had really good combat. The problem is that it was a single player game that was structured like an MMO. So all of its quests were like kill 5 rats or kill 5 of this or whatever. But it had really cool combat. I really liked it. So
I have
man,
to
if
watch
they make it
gameplay
again.
because it rings a bell, and I know a lot of people are excited.
yeah.
I just can't remember what the hell it was.
I'm just like THQ. Someone on Twitter, I can't remember who it was like, when I die, I want THQ Nordic to buy my rights because they seem to be reviving everything. It's so good.
I want to play the Sandy game.
It's so good. Yeah, so I mean, the big thing is that THQ Nordic is buying up all these properties and everyone is getting excited, but they haven't released one yet.
No.
So they haven't released, like, Darksiders 3 is out later this year, and if that thing's trash, everyone's going to be like, oh no.
But how much does it cost to snap up the rights? Like, how much did they pay for that?
Depends how much they were valued at, whoever owned them.
Because I'm like, where are they getting all this money to just snap up all these IPs?
Yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Who knows? They're robbing banks.
Yeah.
It's announced Nintendo Direct has been postponed. We already covered that.
Yeah.
For yesterday.
Covered that. Dead Cells has sold 4 times as many copies on Switch as it has on PS4.
That is incredible.
Like we were saying earlier,
oh
it's
my
just
gosh.
the best place to
so
play.
Good.
Oh, Alpha Bear's getting a sequel. I didn't even see this.
Alpha Bear.
Alpha Bear's like this really cute word game.
I thought we spoke about it, but I did see, I read a tweet.
Yeah, there's a sequel for Alpha Bear.
I'm informed on this topic. I read a tweet about the sequel.
Yeah,
Ask me questions. There's a sequel coming.
140 characters. That's all you need,
man. Jeez,
or 280, whatever it is now.
280, jeez.
And the other big game that came out this week was Destiny Forsaken.
Yeah, have you played it?
I haven't because I don't have time.
Is it good?
No? Darren is loving it. Yeah, apparently it is.
Darren's loving it.
You know, a lot of people are comparing it to like the Taken King for Destiny 1.
But that's what
Big
like
Revolution.
what fixed Destiny.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But there's lots of cool stuff. I mean, someone put it eloquently. I think it was Romy Ishmael on Twitter who said like there is so much change that has been introduced with Forsaken that it could easily be thought of as like a Destiny 3. Like they've changed how the sandbox works. They've changed the entire weapon system. It's not just the content they've added. Like they have reworked the game in a way that you would only see from sequel to sequel. So I'm keen to see how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need Darren to walk me through Destiny because Destiny 2 is free on PS Plus. Did we actually talk about that? We did last week.
Last week. Yeah, it's free on PS Plus. You should grab it.
Good. I must grab it. Yeah.
2 Point Hospital
Hotfix
added a
removes-
hotfix and removed Denievo, the anti-piracy stuff.
Oh, so people can steal the game now?
Nah, they're using Steam's DRM now instead.
Okay.
Yeah. Xbox launched their adaptive controller,
yes.
which is cool.
That's
it's $100.
That's not bad, eh?
If you don't remember what it is, it's like this big
It's like
white
a massive
plastic
pad,
hub.
yeah.
It's got like these 2 pads on the front and a really enlarged D-pad. But the big thing is that it's got 19 auxiliary ports on the back, which let you plug in all sorts of combinations of, whatever controllers you use, whether they be pedal buttons or a flight joystick or a Wii nunchuck, anything that helps people play the games that they...
Oh, so does it take in like any inputs? You can sit and map it.
So it converts it into like an X input, and you can map it into
clever.
whatever you be. What's nice is that, previously consoles had trouble with this because, you had only a specific number of ports or a specific number of, support items. This acts as a hub and translates all of these inputs to both the Xbox and a Windows 10 PC.
Oh, okay.
And it seems that it might be able to integrate with Steam. So this not only opens up Xbox Play, but PC Play for anyone.
That's very cool. And it's not that expensive.
No,
$100
$100 for this hub. And I mean, if you're someone who's had to deal with accessibility issues, you have all the peripherals already. This hub just helps you translate everything in a meaningful way.
That's very cool.
I'm glad that Microsoft did this because this is not something they're likely to make a ton of money on.
No.
Like this is 100% we acknowledge that there are players out there that need this product.
Yeah.
And they worked with a lot of companies like Able Gamers to get this thing right,
No, it's
So
very
it's very
smart of
cool.
them as well.
Very cool.
So I know I don't think it's why they're doing it, but in terms of actual publicity, they're getting such goodwill from gamers. Like not only just with that, just generally with
it's
Game
just good,
Pass and everything, they're doing quite well.
But I can't imagine that all the R&D that went into it and the
Oh
shipping
yeah,
and
no, it
whatever.
must have cost them a fortune.
Yeah, it must have cost them, a lot of money. So I'm just glad that they're giving everyone that option.
Yeah.
So.
There's a nice scandal.
Apparently, there will be no esports at the Olympics because killer games, quotation marks, are contradictory to Olympic values.
Okay.
Cool. Remember that time karate? Oh, no, wait, karate is not an Olympic sport. Remember that time they used real guns in an Olympic sport? They used judo, boxing, rugby, all sports with contact and violence in them.
Yeah. But you're not shooting anyone in those sports. Remember when the Olympics
Since when was Dota violent?
I don't know. I mean, you boil it down, everything's violent. You're killing people.
Yeah.
Dota's violent because you're killing people. Fortnite's violent because you're killing people.
This is such a dumb... This to me is like a 60-year-old Olympic committee that doesn't really understand the value of video games or, their place within world sport. Like,
can you play chess at the Olympics?
I don't think it is an Olympic game.
Isn't it? Because I was going to say, because if you can, what are you doing in chess?
Yeah, you're killing
all the pieces.
Yeah, exactly. And they're kings and queens. You're killing monarchies.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So is there no chess at the Olympics?
I don't think so, no. I don't think it's an Olympic recognized sport.
I don't know. Who knows?
Do they have ice hockey there? You fuck people up.
You beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't understand this, but I'm not entirely surprised. But I also think that, there's this big push to have esports recognized in the same arena as normal sports. And while I think that's admirable because people then we'll get the recognition we deserve, that's fine. But I also think there's far more to be gained in developing its own scene.
Yeah, I was just going to say, have an esports Olympics where if you take, Olympics has all the sports, like the sprints, the long jump, the pole vault. Have an Olympics for games where they play Dota and Counter-Strike and Overwatch and all these games, and you have all the countries coming together, like the world's biggest LAN. Can you imagine?
Well, Overwatch sort of does that now because the teams are based according to region.
But now imagine that, but for more games.
For all of them, yeah.
You have Overwatch, Dota, Counter-Strike, and whatever, I don't know, Fortnite, PUBG, a whole, 10 to 15 of the world's most popular games.
Yeah.
You bring representative teams from every country.
They'll probably make more money than the Olympics anyway. So
if there's an investor listening to this, make it happen.
Yeah,
be right back. Emailing Elon Musk. He's got money he wants to burn. Clearly.
Emailing McDonald's for Lime McFlurry sponsorships.
Ah, yes, please. Yes.
What else? Anthem is getting a demo in early February. EA said that it's going to be like a slice of the game, not just like an online beta demo, which makes sense considering the game will be out like 3 weeks after that. So, yeah, I'm interested to see more of Anthem.
Yeah. I don't know. The game, it interests me, but not as much as it should, I guess. To me, it's just like we've got games like Destiny. It's Iron Man Destiny, which is cool.
It looks really good though.
Yeah, it does look really good.
One other thing is that BioWare is not going to be charging you for
Future
additional
Anthem,
story
sorry.
content. It will be free in the future.
I like this trend.
Yeah, that's a good trend. I like that.
can
I think
stay.
Bungie could learn a lot about that because they do
Yeah.
some silly things with their DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything else.
No,
Oh yeah, this was the big thing.
Oh, there's a
Sony.
scandal.
Sony and their hubris.
Wait, I'm sure we spoke about this last week.
I think we did,
I
yeah,
think
because
we
it happened
touched
on the
on it.
weekend.
Yeah.
I might have, but if you didn't hear, Sony basically said that there's no need for crossplay on the PlayStation because PlayStation is the best place to play, TM, which is fucking ridiculous.
Hashtag cheeky bastards.
It's so anti-consumer. It's
Yeah.
terrible, and I hate it. And Sony,
No, but
please.
listen, it's okay. Now this is where we got on a limb and we put all our eggs in a basket and we make predictions. The next generation of consoles, I'm convinced Xbox will have a head start because they've just garnering such goodwill from people.
yeah, I think they've got, what they need now is not a simple thing, but exclusives are something that are
Lacking.
attainable, and
Yeah.
you can see with all their studio acquisitions that they are working on that. What they have right now that Sony isn't even close to is all these consumer models that just make Microsoft look like a better company.
Yeah.
Like Game Pass, awesome, $15 or $10 a month for this
Netflix of
library of
games.
games. Yeah,
Jeez, like.
you've got Xbox Live Gold, which sure, PS Plus, same thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But you've got now this model in the States where you can pay $20 a month and you get an Xbox Game Pass, and Xbox Live. And after 2 years of paying $20 a month, all of that is yours.
It's yours, yeah.
Like,
Well, not Game Pass, but the hardware.
the hardware,
yeah.
like that is such a good deal. Like,
yeah.
think about that. That's $10 more than what you pay for Netflix.
Yeah.
And you're getting an Xbox, its subscription to its service for 2 years, and a subscription to online for 2 years for $20 a month.
It makes Xbox gaming just way more accessible to everyone.
So much more. Like, you can pick up a console and not have to be like, well, what games am I going to buy with this? You're like, I'll just pay $10 and have this library of games. Like,
Which
maybe
is
not the latest
constantly-
games, but Game Pass has
But-
all Microsoft's exclusives. Like,
And-
they're all on there.
Yeah, and it's not the latest exclusives, but
It is
if-
the latest.
I mean, sorry,
exclusives,
not in terms of exclusives. Yeah, I mean, not the latest
third
games.
parties. Yeah.
But if you're someone like me who doesn't mind waiting and playing games after the fact, shit. I mean, you've got Doom, you've got Fallout 3, Fallout 4, you've got all the Tomb
You've got Hitman
Tomb
on there,
Raider,
you've got
Rise of the Tomb
Raiders on
Raider.
there.
You've got all these great
Slime
games.
Rancher, what a game.
$20 a month. I mean, geez, like,
Yeah, and I mean, just the fact that if you buy an Xbox and as soon as you boot it up, you've got access to the Halo collection and Gears of War 4
yeah.
and State of Decay and Sea of
Forzas,
Thieves and
all of it. Oh,
all the
yeah.
Forzas coming out, and like everything that coming out will be on their day and date. Like, to me, that is it is so far ahead of where Sony is thinking right now.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you've got Microsoft willing to open up for cross-platform play with
And they've just released their accessibility controller.
an adaptive controller.
They're
there.
in such a good place, which makes me wonder what's going to happen with the next gen.
They set up the right building blocks to have a dominant next generation.
And not only that, we spoke about this when there were rumors of, well, not rumors, but we know Xbox is going to have their streaming console.
Yeah, they are building that
You've said
technology as well.
and you made a very good point. They've got the infrastructure. They've
Yep.
got Azure servers. We're getting. Is there one in Africa? I think
There's one
it's-
busy being built.
it's launching in the next year or whatever.
Yep. So
They've
online
got
play
the-
on
they've got the
Microsoft consoles is
infrastructure.
going to be
Yeah, it's gonna be a
better.
thing.
No, immediately. While they're doing this, Sony is putting out some exemplary exclusives. I'm not going to say Sony's sitting on their hands.
not at all. Yeah,
But I don't see a Sony that's yet focusing on the future. And this crossplay thing is just evident of that. They're thinking, right now, we're ahead, whereas Microsoft is thinking, where are we
Hey.
going to be in 5 years? You know?
I don't know if Sony keeps it like don't get me wrong. I love my PlayStation. I love my exclusives, but I'm like, yeah, but what does it mean for the future? How are they going to be next generation? I don't know. Like, how far will exclusives really take them? I mean, if it makes more sense to buy an Xbox next gen because they've got all these other cool things, like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I don't know.
And we've already said Microsoft's are lining themselves up nicely. They've snapped up a whole lot of studios.
Yeah.
We just have to hope now that they deliver some really great exclusives.
Yeah, Microsoft needs these games to deliver.
If next year, if 2019 and 2020 they deliver these exclusive games, like what is PlayStation's excuse anymore? Like any PlayStation fan.
Yeah.
It's like, well, PlayStation's got exclusives. They're like, yeah, they do now.
Then it's just a case of, the 360 and PS3 days. It's like, what exclusives do you think are better? And like, Microsoft came out the gates really strong with, new franchises like Gears of War and new iterations of Halo. Whereas, they slowed down near the end of the generation where Sony was firing on all cylinders with like Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us and stuff like that. So, yeah, Microsoft just needs their new wave of exclusives. Yeah.
So are they lacking?
Cool. Let's hit up questions.
Let's hit up some of them sweet questions.
Questions. You send us tweets and we answer them.
Can I just tell you, your Phil Collins impersonation? Yo, it caught me so off guard. Great. Sorry, I'm busy pulling up the questions here. We have 3 questions. Okay, wait, we've got 2.
I've been waiting.
So Brandon Wolf says, "Hey nerds."
Oh yes, he had a good question.
Says, "Hey nerds, long time no question. Serious one this time. Which games would you recommend to adults who are looking to get into video games but have never really played them before?"
Yeah, so he asked me this at work the other day because it was like something I need to think about. And I still haven't come up with like a solid list of, I think, perfect games for this, but the one game I know for certain deserves to be on that list is something like Journey. So the way I interpret this question is like, you want games that are firstly accessible, but also games that are representative of what video games are.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of games that I think are accessible and great, like Gone Home or Telltale's Adventure series. But just because you're playing those games doesn't mean you're immediately going to understand what mainstream video games are. I think Journey is a good halfway point because firstly, you're still having to use like a controller, whatever. You still, you have to get used to like using a thumbstick in a 3D world and whatever, but it's very calm and like, not that stressful.
There's nothing rushing you.
There's no fail state in the game. All you really have to do is get comfortable with the movement of like moving forward and pressing a single button to fly up and do stuff. But it's also representative of how artistic and beautiful games can be while also teaching you in a very subtle way how to play a game. So I think that deserves to be on the list. I mentioned as well Super Mario Odyssey, which some people in the office didn't really agree with, but I think it deserves some merit because Odyssey has a great assist mode, which kind of, gives you hints on where to go. It doesn't help you play the game. It makes it slightly easier. But it lets you know where to go. And, Mario is a precise platformer, but I think that Mario Odyssey gives you so much leeway to fail that you can still feel like you're making progress and having fun without nailing these super difficult platforming challenges in there. And that's why, you see tweets every now and then of like, hey, my 4-year-old or 5-year-old beat Mario Odyssey. It's like, fuck yeah, because that game allows
it's super accessible,
Yeah. And it's good.
That game, also just to speak on that a bit more, Mario Odyssey is a game where there are the hard platforming bits, but those are like almost optional. If you want to go get that hard star, I don't know, in the horizon, figure out how to get there, cool, that's on you. But you can very easily get by each level just by getting 10 stars per level. And some of them you get just by walking through the just by getting through the level.
Yeah. So, like progressing through that game is trivial.
Yeah.
It's like the collectible seekers like us that do that. I think maybe lastly on my list before I let you give some examples, couch co-op games are really good for this. Shani gets into games because I get her to play things like Overcooked with me because she's not super familiar with the controller. So we like Overcooked because, it's essentially 2 buttons. You move around, you press a button to pick something up and you press a different button to chop stuff up.
Yeah.
So it's really fun and accessible in that way, and like anyone understands how a burger is made. It's like I need lettuce and tomato and whatever. So it's not like there's not a lot of like gaming jargon or like you need to understand this technical.
Yeah.
It's like this is the controls and that's it. I try to get her to play Rayman Legends because I thought that would be a very accessible platformer, mainly because she really liked the one on smartphones.
Yeah.
Like, Rayman on smartphones I find is more accessible because Rayman just runs.
And you just jump.
Yeah, you're just tapping to jump, and it's super precise and really difficult, but you are focusing on less. And I found when she transitioned over to PS4, like having to move Rayman with the thumbsticks and then be really precise with the jumping was sometimes a bit too much.
It's just that extra layer more to worry about.
But I do think that Rayman being 2D and stuff is really good. I think that's something you can start introducing to someone when they are comfortable a bit with, with a console. That's a really nice, good platformer to both challenge them, but also, it's not a 3D platform. It's not fucking GTA or something like that. Like, it's still easy enough, to get in.
But no, I agree with you there. It's interesting. I think Jared Petty was saying on the Kind of Funny Gamecast how when, I don't know, maybe it was the Game Over Greggy show, one of those shows from that studio. He mentioned how when the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation 1 and those games came out, or those consoles came out, and those games were 3D, it was alien to people. You gave someone a controller, it's like, okay, move in this 3D world. Like, to us, it's normal now, but it was alien. It's like, what do you mean? I can move in a 3-dimensional space. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like a complete paradigm shift.
So I think the best place to start, I mean, platformers are still challenging, but I think any 2D platform or anything 2D where it's literally you're just worrying about moving left and right and jumping or moving up and down, it's probably one of the easier places to start. I don't know what games I'd recommend though. I mean,
Super Mario Bros. Is hard.
Yeah, Super Mario. But that being said, the first game was so clever in how it taught you, and that's what's happened with Mario's moving forward. They teach you as you play. It was a thing of, I don't know where I saw it. Maybe it was a YouTube video or I read it somewhere. But how they designed the game, it is like
how they designed World 1-in-1.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, maybe that's theory for you, what you've learned at varsity and stuff. How it's like, it teaches the players, like, okay, you move left and right. Here's the thing. Okay, now we're going to teach you how to jump. Now we're going to put a pit, so you realize that what you've learned previously is how to jump over this pit. Like, I know that's not how it was, but
they put a mushroom there, and the first thing you do is not a mushroom, a Goomba, and you collide with it and you die.
Yeah.
So, but you've learned how to jump previously, so like
now you make that connection. Yeah.
Like they place stuff so meticulously in that first world to teach you so many things without you realizing it.
Yeah. So I think a game like that, I mean, I don't know, that to me is just the most obvious example because it was teaching players. I mean, platformers were a thing, but Mario was like just a cult thing where everyone played it and just teaching them how to play it.
Yeah.
So anything like that. But I agree with you, walking simulators, for lack of a better term, anything story focused where there's more you just being part of the story as opposed to like playing through the story mechanically.
I find Telltale's games are very good at that.
Yeah, I just think that
they're a bit dense.
Yeah,
sometimes.
with Telltale games, like imagine, say, my mom playing a game. It's fine when she has to make decisions, but I worry about those parts where it's like, okay, now you can explore a bit. Well, you're literally walking around and you're clicking on stuff, but my mom would be like, well, what do you mean I have to walk around and figure out how to progress?
That still lies in an inherent like gaming thing of like, I know kind of what to look for.
Yeah, if you put you and either, we know, like, okay, I clearly need to look at this whole area, click on everything, move the story forward. Whereas I worry...
so I wonder then even if a game like Gone Home would work.
You think, I don't know.
Because Gone Home is still about interacting within a space and piecing together the story in the same way that Tacoma is.
But I think I'm not saying that it's impossible.
No, not at all.
I think you teach them how to do that once or twice. They'll be like, cool, I know now to walk through the area. But I think at first it might be like, okay, I much prefer just sitting back and making the decisions, you know. But that being said, I don't know. It depends on the persistence of a person as well. I mean, you know, Zadrami Ishmael.
Oh, with his mother, yeah.
Those tweets are awesome. I mean, it's mom, like hashtag mom plays and whatever she's playing.
If I'm not mistaken, the one she started with was Final Fantasy 15, yeah.
Now, that's not a game I'd make my mom play.
That's a dense game, yeah.
But I'm assuming his mom's like very patient, very persistent. And she's finished Final Fantasy 15.
I think then she went on to Dragon Age Inquisition.
And then she moved on. Has she played Persona? Did she play Persona?
No, I don't think it was Persona. It might have been Persona. Might have been. I
no,
don't know.
Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe it is.
I think God of War
But
was
she
one of them
played
as well.
God of War. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you think of the jump. So Final Fantasy 15 is really.
And Horizon, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
Maybe.
not sure about
I'm not
Horizon.
sure. Yeah.
But Final Fantasy 15 is a thing of, yeah, if you want to play the game like as a professional, if I could say it like that, as a hardcore gamer, there is depth there. But the game is made to be accessible to newcomers as well, where you could literally just sit there and hold the attack button, heal, whatever. But still, it's not easy to just realize and figure out how to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics in there that we are trained to understand, like health and mana.
Yeah,
and, you know.
there's a lot of art. Like even our pickup items, like what the hell is this for? Like, it's probably used for crafting something.
And
but
it's like dense in terms of menu systems and upgrade systems. Like it's a tough game, but it shows you that there is a way if you are persistent enough, you know, and if the game is designed well enough. I'm not going to say that every game is accessible just if you're patient enough. Like the games Rami has got his mother to play are designed with some sort of accessibility in mind. God of War is very good at that.
Yeah.
That allows them to, you know, breach that gap, which is really cool. I think what she's playing now is Destiny, if I'm not mistaken, which is awesome.
I'm all word. But even God of War, so to jump from Final Fantasy 15 to God of War, where God of War is like, okay, you have to move now. You can throw your axe, you can call it back, you can block. You've got a light attack, a heavy attack. You've got runic attacks. You can, you know, do a whole bunch of different...
This is even before we've opened up the world.
And let's not forget Atreus, who can shoot arrows. He's got different arrow types. He can also summon like a beast to help. There's a lot going on.
And then you go to a craftsman and you've got all these status attributes that change things. And you've got an open world and you've got to figure out where to go.
Yeah, and she finished God of War.
Yep.
So, like, I don't know. I think, like you say, game design is obviously very important, but if you persist, I mean, we all like that. Growing up, I played NES games, which were not made to handle. I suppose Mario had an element of it, not hand-holding, but teaching you. I played Contra. I played that game today, and I'm like, oh my God, this game is so hard. Like, how did I do this? But yeah, starting from scratch, I think...
You need to ease it into it because I mean, if you give someone something too hard and they bash their head, you know, frustration to me is the first thing that will make me want to stop something.
To stop. No. So you want to start them off right, and I think Journey is probably like the safest bet because it's got a bit of everything.
Yeah. It's short enough. It's, you know, gets you familiar with control schemes. It doesn't have a fail state. It's really moving and beautiful. 100%.
Well, the Wii as well. Wii Sports was a great jump on point for many people.
Played Wii Sports, but again, that's because like motion controls are far more natural than a controller. Play tennis.
You literally just waving your arm.
That's why people love that shit.
Yeah,
it's more accessible.
But the Wii definitely made gaming a little bit more accessible to the casual person. I feel they got it like, oh, I can play games. Oh, what is this Mario game? Like Mario Galaxy? Cool. You know, figure out how to play those sorts of games. Joe, it's a good question, and I don't know if there's a solid answer. I
think we've given some good suggestions. And if you have other suggestions, feel free to message us at Checkpoint Chat on Twitter. I'd love to hear some people's ideas on that.
Yes. And last question from...
Earlier too?
Yes. We had a comment from @miles_way saying, because I asked, I said, before everyone runs off and plays Spider-Man, they said the boss says I can't have 3 consoles, so no Spider-Man for now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No Spider-Man for me either, if it makes you feel bad. And Mick says, if you had the choice to stay on an island and take one specific console with its entire library with you, what would it be? I wonder. For me, like, I know it's not a console, but I would definitely just take a PC. There's
that's a console.
Massive library.
I so wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because eventually you'd have to upgrade the graphics card.
No, but I mean, if you take a PlayStation 4, you're stuck with the PlayStation 4.
True. Okay.
Whereas if you take a PC, you've got access to modern day games and 2 to 3 decades.
But if you're on an island, does that mean you don't have internet?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because what if the game doesn't launch and then you can't search for a way to make it launch on PC?
Gosh. I always thought if I could take, like, that age old, you strand on an island, you can play one game forever, what would it be? No. I always thought like Dota 2, for example, is a good... Well, think about it. That sort of game...
It's replayable. No, I get what you mean,
If you get all the updates, you could arguably play it for a long time.
I just can't imagine playing Dota for the rest of my life.
I know, you get sick of it, but something like that over, like, I don't know, God of War, let's say.
It's something that changes over time.
Eventually, like, I've done everything in God of War. It took me a good 50 hours. I played it on hard. I'm like the best of this game. I'm done now. Whereas Dota, I've played thousands of hours. And one of the only reasons I don't play it, I suppose, is just the time commitment. I think if I was a student again, I would definitely play, maybe not be as into it, but I'd still play games like that, you know?
Yeah. So that's why you take a PC, because then you have access to all those online games.
Everything. Oh my gosh. Left 4 Dead forever. I mean, come on.
Okay, shit, that's not a bad idea. I like that. It's hard. Like, it's hard because I primarily play single player games. Like, I'm not a huge multiplayer
Yeah, if I had to
guy.
take a console, like an actual traditional console, I don't know what I'd take.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's hard.
I think...
I don't know. Like,
I just want to say the Switch now, just because it has a massive variety of things that allow me to play in any sort of way I want.
Yeah.
And like I can get indie games on the Switch. I can get, nothing that I get on the Switch I can't get on other consoles except for Nintendo exclusives. But at that rate, the Nintendo exclusives right now are far more exciting than anything else.
Breath of the Wild on Island.
Like just playing Breath of the Wild and exploring that like more and more. And if I had to choose like right now, gun to the head, like probably the Switch.
I think Switch is probably a good one.
It's just so many games I bought on Switch that I haven't
even
yet,
just in the last year and a half that Switch has been around, there are already so many games. And PlayStation, Xbox will save their own library, but I'm like,
it's not the same. It doesn't
There's just
feel
something
the same.
different about it. Switch just feels different because you can take it with you anywhere.
And people are like, well, you can't get the big multiplayer games like Battlefield and Call of Duty on Switch, but I'm not playing those anyway.
I can play Fortnite on Switch.
Yeah, fuck that. I can play with other Xbox people.
Yeah, wait, there we go. Play some Fortnite.
Yeah, no crossplay on PlayStation. That thing's going straight into the ocean.
Whoa, you're not going to have anything then? Yeah, I think Switch is a good one. Or PC.
PC is a good choice because it has everything.
Yeah.
Plus you have
Master
internet, so you
Race.
can message someone and be like, I'm on an
Help.
island. Help me.
Send help. If you can't help me, at least play a game of Dota with me.
Send a digital message in a bottle. Yeah, you message
email?
someone on Dota chat, you're like, I'm stuck on an island. They're like, shut up, noob, stop feeding.
Buy wards.
Yeah, buy wards.
Upgrade the courier.
Axe or I feed.
Oh, what? Middle feed.
Middle feed. Fucking Dota.
But I'm hungry. That's nice. Give me Tango.
I'm really hungry. I think that's been it. Thanks for the questions. As
all
always,
of the questions.
you can message us on Twitter at Checkpoint Chat. DM us there. We also have open DMs. You can also comment on our page, Checkpoint Chat, on Facebook, which is just facebook.com/Checkpoint Chat. I think Jeff put a comment there, but like 4 days after we recorded.
Where did he put it?
On the last week's one.
Did he?
Yeah.
I can look. No, I've got Nicola. No. Did he? No, I don't see
No, I
anything.
swear I saw one. Or on the one where you posted our episodes out or something like that, and he asked
On Twitter or Facebook?
on Facebook.
I don't know. Let me have a look here. Nope. We've got Nicholas de Bray, and he said, when I spoke about the logo or something, he said, no play. Oh, the episode we did about we do original content, said, no, but that logo is plagiarized. It's mine.
I'll stab you. We paid for that.
We paid for it.
We paid
It's
for it.
ours now.
We have contracts.
I'll look for it. I don't see his comment.
Yeah, I swear I saw one. I was like, this is like 4 or 5 days old already. Like, come
Must
on.
have missed it.
Maybe he deleted it.
No, I swear I would have seen it. Maybe it's in our mess. No mentions. I don't know. I'll figure
It's
it out.
It's somewhere there. Point is, Jeff's using social media again.
Well, what? Get out. No, I don't see nothing from him.
But yeah, if you want to be social, message us on Twitter, Facebook. You can email us, checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening.
Wait, you always forget to tell people to give us 5 stars.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. If you listen on any platform that allows you to rank us, please give us a rating. I don't care if it's 1 or 5 stars. Either way, it helps us reach new people. But preferably 5 stars if you really enjoyed this content.
Where can people find you on Twitter?
Free content where we eat McFlurries.
Oh, yes. Let's get sugar highs.
Where can people find me? At Caption Barbosa on Twitter. You can find you at...
Just at Matthew Fig.
Not Hairy Knees.
Not here, just at Matthew Fig. Straight and
Just
simple.
at Matthew Fig.
Matthew Fig.
Where you can see Matty's daily croissants and cupcakes at work.
So yummy. Follow me on Instagram to see even more of those regular
And cats.
and cats. 100% more cats on my Instagram feed.
Thank you for listening to episode 23 of Checkpoint Chat. Hope you have a great week. we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.